All right, my brother. So what you learned so far?
We're talking about, getting into the kingdom. Like,
all right, getting to the kingdom. So let me ask you something. All the pastors around, all the churches around here, are they teaching our people what we need to get to the kingdom? Because we got to believe there's a place after this, because this is hell. We got to believe there's a place after this, right? Give me Jeremiah 23. Watch this. Check this out. The Bible addressed the pastors, and it can fit to the pastors that's today. Watch this. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep.
It says they do what?
Destroy and scatter the sheep.
So now we are the sheep, right? We are the sheep of God. It says they destroy and scatter the sheep. How many pastors we see that take our grandmother money, our mama money, and invest in their house, their children, right? You know what I'm saying? And live this lavish life, and they be like, oh, my blessing came. But you have Sister Rose that been sitting in the back of the church giving all her money all her life. And when her day didn't come, it says, what of them that do what?
That scatter the sheep of my pasture.
The sheep of God's pasture. We are the sheep of God's pasture. Give me Matthew 15:24. Because Jesus Christ said that out of his own mouth, my brother, that we are the sheep. We are the lost sheep. Watch this. Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24.
Bring it out.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But you know how the pastors destroy and scatter us? You know how they do that? Watch this. They give us this. Give me 1 John 4:9. 1 John 4:8, I'm sorry. Watch what they tell us in the Christian church, in Christianity. Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 8. He that loveth not, knoweth not God.
He that loveth not, knoweth God. Watch this. This is what they give us. Read.
For God is love.
God is what?
Is love.
So they tell us that God is love, right? What that mean? What does that mean?
Make it
Read
plain.
it again. Watch what it say.
He that loveth not, knoweth not God.
It says, he that loveth not, knoweth God. Read. Knoweth not God. Read.
For God is love.
They say that and close the book. And nobody asks, what are you talking about? So let me ask you something. Do you love everybody? You love everybody? So guess what? If black and brown people love everybody, why we say we got haters?
Uh-oh.
So evidently, God don't love everybody.
Right.
God don't love everybody.
Right.
But let's get the understanding of the love he's talking about. Give me 1 John 5:3. Watch this. Okay, go ahead on. Hey, look at that. Look at the flyer, bro. Call us, contact, come deal with your brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? The word does not go out void. They say God is love, but what does that really mean, black man? Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is the love of God. Your so-called pastor hollering out, God is love. We throw it out for everything. But this is the love of God. Read.
That we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
Keep his commandments.
Now go back to John 4:8. We're sure they could explain the top. You got it? 1 John 4:8. You just drop it. Don't drop nothing. Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 8. He that loveth not, knoweth not God. For God is love.
Check this out. Read.
He that loveth not, knoweth not God.
We love it not that knoweth not God. So I'll tell you this, you know what I'm saying? This is love. If we out here, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs to our people, if we out here tricking with women, if we out here, you know what I'm saying, defiling our temple, we love not God. Because we hate our brethren. Matter of fact, give me Leviticus 19-17. We don't love our brother because we killing each other. We are people that we are our own detriment. You know what I'm saying? Because we fell in love with the so-called white man. We love our white daddy. We stuck in the system that he set up to systematically oppress us. He put drugs in our community, and we continue to sell the drugs to each other to make monetary gain.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
We hate our brother, we hate our sister if we selling drugs to them.
Right.
If we selling heroin to them.
Right.
If we selling them narcotics. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Rebuke our neighbor is correct, because this is the love that God is talking about. This is the love that we should be showing to each other. Hold that. Give me Ezekiel 3:17. This is the love. We have a responsibility to tell our people, stop doing that. We have a responsibility to tell our sister, put some clothes on. We have a responsibility to tell you, stop defiling your temple. Why? Read.
Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
The reason why the Most High set the watchman to the house of Israel up, because there's no fathers in the home.
Right.
There's no uncle stepping up. There's no big brother stepping up. And what he has made us?
The watchmen unto the house of Israel.
We give the pastors all our damn money, but they supposed to be the watchmen.
Bring it
They
on.
not doing anything. Read.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
The warning is, if we don't stop in our ways, destruction is coming.
Right.
Death is coming.
Right.
Damnation is coming.
Right.
The Most High judgment is coming.
Bring it out.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth.
Hear the word out of this Bible, out of God's Bible, the word of God that we say we believe, the word of God that we say that we understand, the word of God that's sitting on the table with all the dust. Read.
And give them warning from me.
But our people hate correction. Read.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life.
You know what I'm saying? We giving warning, you know what I'm saying, for the wicked ways to say, hey, my brother, change. My brother, hey, it's a better way. My brother, we need to evolve. My brother, look, I once used to do that, but we could change. Read.
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
If we don't give warning, that blood is on us. But it's continued to happen because we came up with a no snitching rule. It continued to happen to say, man, I ain't even, that's not my business. It's continued to happen, you know what I'm saying, in the household when we know we have Chester the molester and everything else touching everybody's children. No, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Bring it out.
But we continue, you know what I'm saying, to turn a blind eye. If you do, that judgment fall on you. Read.
If thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
We're justified because we warned our brother and we wanted him to do better. The watchmen supposed to be our so-called pastors, but they not doing what they supposed to. So
Right.
the Most High God has set up prophets of the Most High. Give me Micah 3:11. You know what I'm saying? Because the pastors are robbing us blind. The pastors are not teaching us what we're supposed to.
Bring it out.
The pastors are not being diligent.
Wake 'em up.
They're saying they're men of God. Read.
The book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward.
They're judged for reward. You want a pastor to do something for them, you gotta pay him. Read.
And the priests thereof teach for hire.
That's what they teach for hire. Give me the money, give me the money. They got pastors saying, put the chains on the doors. I got 1,000 people that could give me $100. That is extortion. They're not going to get the kingdom of heaven of that. Read.
Priests thereof teach for hire. And the prophets thereof divine for money.
They do what?
Divine for money.
They teach for money. That's what the prophets thereof do. They teach for money. But you know what I'm saying? That system was set up by the so-called white man. Give me the Lamentations 4:17. That system was set up, and we continue to fall in the trap. We continue to be stuck on the hamster wheel instead of hearing the words of God. Read.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail, one that could not save us.
We're watching for a nation that cannot save us. The Arabs, the Elamites, the Africans, the white man. All these nations to save us, to give us. Burn, feed us. We watch for a nation that can what?
They could not save us.
They cannot save us. No matter how hard we try, they cannot save us. Give me, you got some more on that? Give me Proverbs 31, 3 and 31. They cannot save us, but so hard we try to assimilate. So hard we try to be like them. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
To do what?
And choose none of his ways.
We should not envy none of these other nations. What you say, my brother? And choose none of their ways, none of their customs,
right? None
of their behaviors,
right?
None of their actions.
Yes.
Choose none of their ways. But our sister want to put blonde hair in their head.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They want to look like the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Us, our brother men, want to be Muslim. God gave us our own heritage.
That's
God
right.
gave us our own culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we've been disconnected from it. You have some more on that? You know what I'm saying? Give me Jeremiah 17 and 9. But we've been disconnected from our culture, our heritage, our God, our total being. You know what I'm saying? That we just all right with calling ourselves a color, black. All right, just calling ourselves, oh, I'm Moorish. Moorish just mean black. You know what I'm saying? Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
Jump up 5, verse 5.
Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
Because we trust in other nations. Curses us that trust in other nations. What you say, my brother? How you doing? Well, you know what we teach? Or you know a little bit about what we're teaching today?
I've listened to y'all in the past.
You listen to us? Okay, so what do you think about it?
Well, me, like I tell everybody, I've always felt one way only.
Okay.
I don't care what a person believes in, as long as it makes you a better person and make you a better man or a woman.
Okay. So, according to the Bible, okay, well, I want to go with the foundation, right?
Okay.
Give me watch Romans 3 and 3. Because you believe the Bible?
I believe in God.
Okay, you believe in God. Okay, the God you believe in, how do you believe in God?
I believe in God. I believe something allowed me to wake up in the morning. Something allowed me to go to sleep at night. I believe that, how can I put it? I don't believe in Jesus.
You don't believe in Jesus? Wow.
Because I'm a person, I really believe that there's a book that was given to you to make you believe in it.
Okay, watch this. You're right. Now, you're right and you're wrong. Because now let me explain. Watch this. They gave us Christianity, right? Christianity is white supremacy. This book, watch this. This book, they took it and they gave us a thing called, look it up, the Slave Bible. It was about this big. So evidently, they took a bunch of things out. And I'm going to show you. Watch this. Colossians 4, Colossians 3 and 25. You ever heard slaves obey your master?
I've heard that too many times.
Watch this. Now watch this. It's not even in the Bible. It doesn't say slave. But what we were taught, because you got to realize, the translations after the King James Bible, when they start making the new King James, when they start making the NLV, the NLT, the SLWV, and all these, they started changing words. Watch this, because a lot of the Bible is not a book of religion. It's our history book of God's people and what they went through and how to get them out the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But we were sold as religion. Because this is religion. Matter of fact, give me the man-made religion sign right here. This is religion. Watch this. This is religion. You have, matter of fact, the slave trade was instituted by Pope Nicholas V. That's when Christopher Columbus came and started enslaving people, right? You got John Smith, the Baptist religion. You got the Mormon religion, Joseph Smith. You got Seventh-day Adventist, Ellen White. You got Charles Taze Russell, Jehovah's Witness, the Pentecostal Charles Parham. Now, you have 1608, 1830, 1863, you have 1872, and 1901. What all them dates got significant to our people? We were enslaved.
Yes, right.
They made all, first of all, he instituted, go get them, enslave them, and all of them created religions after that. Yes. So now, people that ain't gonna treat you right, not gonna teach you right. And I believe in God. Because you got to realize, this is the book of our people that came before us. Give me Ecclesiastes 4:16. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me. Because I understand, because a lot of our brothers think like that. Yeah, we believe in God, but we don't believe in that book because they use parts of that book to enslave us. But I'm coming back to that Colossians. Hold my thought, all right? Watch this. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them.
So when we read this book, our forefather Moses, Abraham, Isaac, you know what I'm saying, the prophets, Elijah, it'd be like, well, it's a good story, but then people didn't really exist. Yeah, they exist. Christ exists.
Right.
They named time before him. It'd be like 400 BC, you know what I'm saying, such and such AD, before the death, after the death. He's a real person. In the Bible, it talks about Pontius Pilate. In the Bible, it talks about Alexander the Greek.
Right.
These are real people.
That's right.
It's a history book of our people. But the more important is of our God.
Make it plain.
We were created in the image of God.
Right.
That's the thing. We the gods of the earth. But they don't want to tell us that. So why would I oppress you and tell you, you know what I'm saying? I got to oppress you to not tell you that I'm better than you. They ain't going to tell you that. They ain't going to say, well, man, you a God and I'm nothing.
Right.
They ain't going to tell you that. They're going to say, okay, well, look, let me put them in a position to make them subservient and put them less than. And teach them that. Now let's go Colossians 3, right? Watch this. Because that's what a lot of our people hang up. Man, they use that book to enslave us. They use the slave Bible. They use good tactics to enslave us. They use tricks, and they still doing it today.
That's right.
I agree with.
They still doing it today. And hey, guess what? We fall for the banana and the tailpipe.
That's it.
Watch that. Read.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 22. Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh.
So they changed the slave and closed the book. It says, obey your master in everything according to the flesh. Go ahead, read.
Not with eye service as man pleases, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men.
So watch this. Servants, obey your master, right? So now, in Leviticus 25, you know what I'm saying? Because I can hold that point, because I'm just going to explain it, but I want to stay in Colossians. Okay, when a brother fell on hard times, right? See, if you fell on hard times, you know what I'm saying? And I hire you, right? You become my what? Or worker, or employee. If I read it, it says servant. Watch it. I'm going to explain the true understanding. Because if a brother fell on hard time, you know what I'm saying, you could come work for me, or I give you some money. You can work off that debt.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You can work off that debt, right? So that's what it is. So now you become my employee, you become my worker, or in that term, you become my servant. Watch this. Read.
The book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 22. Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh.
Your supervisor or your worker, read.
Not with eye service.
Not just with eye service, go ahead.
As man pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord.
Do it heartily. Hey, bro, look. You know what I'm saying? You made this deal, do it heartily. Don't do it halfway, right? Well, yeah. So now watch this. I'm in the same book. Because I didn't want to jump around. I'm in that same book, Colossians, right? I'm going to go down a couple of verses. Because they, another chapter, a couple of verses. Chapter 4, verse 1. So now, the white man used slaves obey your master, used that and closed the book. A couple of verses down, look what it says. Watch this, read.
The book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 1. Masters.
So it's addressing the master, read.
Give unto your servants that which is just and equal.
Wait a minute. Ah, you see that? You see that? Now he clears it up, but if they give you half of it, you'd be like, well, no, man, so slaves obey your master. No, it don't even mean that.
That's right.
It don't even mean that.
Make
That
it plain.
is proper context.
Teach, y'all.
So did they apply this principle? No. Because they trick bag. The people that didn't treat you right is not damn sure gonna teach you right.
That's right.
But now, check this out. Bro, we are the biblical Israelites.
Right.
Watch this. What in Christianity, right? Because you say you believe in a higher power. In Christianity, what does Jesus Christ look like? Right there, right? That's a real person. His name is Cedric Borgia. He was the 6th Pope of Rome's son, right? Right there. Hey, he was set up. You know what I'm saying? So watch this. What does Jesus Christ really look like?
What does he really look like?
What does he really look like?
Yeah, skin of
He what? He's not white. You 100. Thank you, sir. Maybe they're going to believe it from you. He what? He's not white. Thank you. We're going to read the proper description. Thank you, Mr. White Man. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Because it's important to know, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you rather me tell you the truth or tell you a lie? It's the truth. It's not bashing. It is the truth. It says Christ's head and his hairs were white like wool. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was like a flame of fire. What was his first miracle? What was Jesus Christ's first miracle? He was at a wedding. What happened? He did turn what? Water into wine, right? Matter of fact, let's prove it. You got it? Because check this out, my brother. A lot of times we taught, I believe in God, higher power. What does that mean?
His eyes shall be red with wine.
Because his eyes were red like wine. We ever have an older uncle that drink? Or like that, that's the firmament, the red, that's why. It wasn't that he had fire beams in his eyes. His eyes were red with wine. He drunk, but he wasn't a drunkard. We could drink, but we can't get drunk. You know what I'm saying? You're in sin when you're drunk. Flip it back, read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So your feet is the same color as the rest of your body. It says fine brass. Brass is a derivative of brown, right? If you burn anything, paper, rice, a building burn, what color it turn? Black. Okay, so now we know this. We can give it up. Matter of fact, give me John. What is John 8:32? Yes. The truth? Watch this. We know this is not him. We know the Bible described that. So, what we was taught and the truth, what we was taught and the truth, it don't match up. Read.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth gonna make us free because it was a lie that they taught us that have us saying, oh, I believe in a higher power. I don't believe in that book. That is your history book. Because right now, you can't tell me what is your culture and your heritage. It's been wiped away. We carry our, you know what I'm saying, another person's last name, a surname.
Right.
Which our surname is Israel. Give me that no. What you got? Read that, watch read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
God's righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. God lighted up for us. Read.
And thy law is the truth.
The laws of God, the commandments of God is the truth.
That's right.
It is our structure of our being. It is our heritage. That's what's governed us. Because aren't we a lawless people? They wonder why we shoot each other down the street. Right. They wonder why we selling dope to each other. They wonder why we raping women. They wonder why we having fatherless homes.
Right.
We are lawless people. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We complain about the police, but we don't police ourselves. We can't tell each other that we're doing wrong.
Right.
Without getting mad.
Teacher.
Oh, nigga can't tell me what to do. Well, who gonna tell you? Somebody should tell your daddy what to do. You know what I'm saying? So he messed up, so somebody else got to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You finish up on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, go back to where you was right quick. Yeah. Yeah, read.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth will make us free from a lie, right? Because everything they lie to us. Because I'm gonna tell you this. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6 right quick. Deuteronomy 7:6. Because the truth of the matter is, right? You know that God said you're a special person above all people on the planet. That sounds weird, huh? The God of the Bible tell you that.
Right.
Watch this. You ain't gonna get this in no Sunday tambourine banging church. This is what it says. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So God chose a special people unto himself. Read.
Above all people.
Equal.
Above all people.
The same as.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God created everybody, but God said, I got a special people unto me.
Right.
Damn, who them people are? Well, maybe it's the people that look like him. Wow. Maybe the people that fit the curses, because I'm going to go there, because in order for you to get this, you have to know who you are.
Right.
That's right.
You have to be retaught, my brother, because you lose connection and then you don't have the connection with the source of the power.
Right.
You're disconnected right now. The Bible calls us a God of the earth,
Right.
but you're disconnected.
Right.
Watch this, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, you finish up on that? Watch this, give me Joel 2:27. How you doing? You just listening?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. The Catholics, the white people in Europe, they're the ones that decided.
Yes. Matter of fact, Rodriguez, Borgia, the sixth Pope of Rome, yes, he put his son up as the model image of Jesus Christ.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you, is that right?
Yeah.
No, was it right to do that?
No.
It wasn't right to do that because you know why? Give me Matthew 24:24. Jesus Christ said it himself. You know what I'm saying? I just want to enlighten you on that because you know what? Just like our people, some of your people in ignorance, right? You know what I'm saying? But it can't negate because what was done, your people benefited. Could you agree?
I agree.
Okay.
Because it was the white people in Europe that
Yes.
started a bunch of.
But you got to realize, you know what I'm saying? It's no distinguish. Like Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're one people, and your people all together too. So understand that it like I said, I feel for you that people look like you've done some messed up stuff to my people. But I have to enlighten us who we are, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we was disconnected from our culture. And
Right.
I personally never did anything.
No. I'm not saying you did it. Because you in ignorance. You probably didn't know. Did you know that we were the Israelites? Of the Bible. Did you know that according to the Bible? Do you read the Bible?
Yes, sir, I do. I grew up in church.
Okay.
Going 4 to 5.
Man, don't let them pull you away.
Yes, because you got to realize, in what religion?
Christian.
What religion? Baptist?
Non-denominational.
Okay, non-denominational. Okay. Well, just listen. So, okay, read this.
The book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect.
The elect, right? Give me that in Isaiah 45. The elect are the children of Israel, right? So now watch this. We're called black. We're called African American, right? What does the Bible call them? You see, this is our biblical names. Because when you read the Bible, you say Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Who's them people? Who is the descendants of them people? But the tribe of Judah, American blacks, Jew is short for Judah. That's what it is, right? Read.
The book of Isaiah chapter 45 verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect.
So God got a special people and elect people. These are the people. And these people have to know who they are because they've been disconnected from their heritage. They fall underneath the curses of the Deuteronomy 28 that we went through this.
Right.
Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy. You got some more on that? Watch this.
I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though known.
God is certain name, but we ain't know him. Because Jacob's name got turned to Israel. Now watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 28 in the morning. I'm going to show you something right quick. Is this resonating with you? You getting it? All right. So now, you have kids? You don't have kids? Nephews? Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say your favorite nephew, but you know how we have one that we kind of like, we prefer, right? So now, your nephews, if they bring A's and stuff and say, oh, look, I got an A, what you do?
I give them money.
You give them money. But if they bring all else, what happens?
Then they gotta face the consequences.
They gotta face the consequences. Watch this. Okay, under Moses, we came out, you know what I'm saying, from under Pharaoh, right? So now, we at the plain of Jordan in the wilderness. Now Moses told the Israelites, God's people, these people, certain things, right? This is what he said. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So he said, hey, look, if y'all listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, you tell your nephew, hey, look, hey, you bring them A's, man, I'm going to take care of you, right? I'm going to do that. So God said, if you listen diligently, hearken, right? Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So hold up, that's back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Right.
He chose you over everybody. But if we listen and follow his rule, he's going to set us up high over all nations of the earth.
Right.
It's a hierarchy with God.
Right.
He created everybody, but it's a hierarchy. Everybody have their place. So I'm going to ask you something. Is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans set up high today?
No.
Okay, so what happened? What happened? If you listen, you get rewarded. If you don't, what's the consequences? Punishment. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we didn't listen, the bad part, curses was going to come upon us and take us. Is curse a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing, right? So let me show you something for you to identify with your God and the Bible. You know what I'm saying? To understand that God of the Bible is our God. How did our people get from the west coast of Africa to North America? This is black history. Black history is Bible history. How did we get here?
The British started bringing slaves.
Yes. How did we get here?
On the boat.
On a boat.
Right.
That is documented in the Bible.
Right.
He says, all these curses shall come upon you. Let me show you a curse to make you identify, my brother, with this book. Watch this. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said, Egypt again. Hold up. What is Egypt according to the Bible? What is Egypt according to the Bible? Exodus 20. Egypt. What the Israelites were doing when they was in Egypt?
Wandering around the desert.
That's in the wilderness. But what are they doing under Pharaoh? They were
Slaves.
There you go. Watch this. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
The house of bondage. Go to 68. Let's finish this off. Read.
And Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
To slavery again. He says you're going into slavery again because they walked out of Egypt. He says you're going to slavery again. How you going?
With ships.
So Egypt is synonymous to bondage. He said you're going into slavery again. Moses was prophesying to the Israelites the transatlantic slave trade that happened in 1619.
Right.
That's right.
That's what he was prophesying. The Bible is black history. The Bible is your book.
Bring it on.
The God of the Bible, my brother, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is your God.
That's
He's
right.
not a higher power. He's our God.
That's right.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
He says the same way it says it's going to happen. Read.
thou shalt see it no more again.
You ain't never saw another people gone. That been chattel slave on ships, hard labor, no payment, back broken, raped, and took everything from them.
Right.
You ain't saw no other people go through that. That's an identifying marker to show that we are the biblical Israelites.
That's right.
And there ye shall be sold.
When they got off them ships, what happened?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Your enemies.
We were sold unto the Caucasians. We were sold unto the Arabs. We were sold unto the East Indians. We were sold to the Africans. We were sold to all nations as property, as commodity. Read.
For bondmen
Slave woman.
and bondwomen.
Slave man, slave woman. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall redeem you, because you could have redeemed your brother and buy him out of slavery. Martin Luther King tried, Malcolm X tried, Marcus Garvey tried.
That's right.
Nobody but Jesus Christ, the black Messiah.
That's right.
To deliver us out of here. But
Bring
we
it out,
must keep the law, statutes, and commandment and come back to our heritage. Because of this, we broke it and we dealing with the consequences. Hey, that just lets you know, God is just a pissed off black man.
That's right.
That's what he is.
All right, I feel y'all.
All right.
Thank God has
1 second, hold your peace. What you got?
You gotta go, but where can I find it? I'll come to you.
Oh, check this out. Hey, YouTube, get it, let them subscribe to
back
our
of the
page.
flyer.
And also, hey, look.
It's on the fly?
Yes, it's on the flyer, bro. You can come today at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, come today. Come learn with your brothers because, bro, you've been taught wrong. And guess what? You know, because we always taught wrong. But the Most High set up men to say, hey, man, look, give us the understanding because it's fourth quarter.
Right.
This place about to get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You can get with it or get burned up.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.